There are 32 different ways to tell this story, but there is only one plot. Things are not as they seem. Every story has a villain. Nobody ever sees themselves playing that role. What about you, Agent?
Hey Bandidos, I am also providing a full step-by-step guide to solo the Roosevelt Island Legendary Stronghold using this build. Watch this unedited solo legendary gameplay guide next. And be sure to follow me on Twitch too for more bonus Division 2 content. I have just upgraded one of the greatest builds in the game for Season 9. Meet Slaughter 2.0. Slaughter is a hybrid skill damage build used by tens of thousands in the Division 2, and it is highly celebrated for its survivability and power for legendary strongholds. Thanks to the new gear we received in Season 9, version 2.0 is built more efficiently and has even greater survivability than the original. It has 1.2 million armor, 6.6% armor regen, 20% armor on kill, 39% protection from elites, 20% bonus armor per trophy, and 6 skill tier damage. Let's get the backpack out of the way. The memento is really nice with this setup. I have a protection from elites mod. This backpack has given us all the cores and trophies. When we're fully stacked, we get 30% more weapon damage and 3% armor regen. We get 20% bonus armor when we pick up a single trophy. And finally, we'll have 30% skill efficiency, which is going to give you damage, skill health, duration, and all the skill haste you're going to need for the build. Standard skill builds rely on skill haste because the primary weapons don't do much damage and they have no added survivability like armor, armor on kill, or regen. This hybrid doesn't need more skill haste because it is still effective when skills go down. When you have all of your trophies, your cooldowns are only at 15 seconds. If you aren't comfortable with that, then you can add all the skill haste on the build your heart desires to shave off a couple more seconds. As it sits, this build can solo legendary without additional haste mods or attributes. The chest piece is the named Uzina Getica closer chest piece. I have armor, regen, and skill damage with another protection from elites mod. The brand attribute is giving us 5% more total armor, pushing us to 1.2 million. This also aids our regen. We are no longer using glass cannon. Now we're using perfect spotter for 20% amp damage. This allows us to move more freely, even more freely than before. We also replaced the Death Grip gloves with a second piece of Uzina Getica. This is giving us the same 10% armor on kill, but we're now getting another attribute slot on the build that the original Slaughter version didn't have. This is dedicated to more armor regen. The mask is Bellstone for 1% armor regen. I have a skill tier, regen, and skill damage with a protection from elites mod. My holster is just like the mask, but now we're getting another 10% armor on kill for a total of 20% armor on kill. Skills and weapons can activate armor on kill, which is why we want it. Shout out to all the Bandidos and Tuxes Players Club for supporting the channel and the Division 2 community in all the ways that you do. To say thank you, I create extra builds, like this one, for Tuxes Players Club as member perks. You can find all your member perks in this playlist at the top of my channel homepage. Make sure your notifications are turned on. If you're not part of Tuxes Players Club, it's time you join this strong, positive community. Link here, in the corner, and in the description area below. The knee pads are the named Murakami Emperor's Guard knee pads. These give us 20% more skill duration with 1% armor regen. I have more skill damage. If you don't have these, you can put on the Xena here and use the Death Grip gloves, or use Wyvern, Fenris, or Hannah brands. Use your favorite AR that can equip the laser pointer to activate Spotter. The capacitor and test subject cannot. I chose the TKB 408 for the power. I have all weapon handling mods and the laser pointer. My secondary is the M1A with flatline for when I need strong weapon damage at range. The specialization is Technician for the added skill tier, skill damage, and additional damage to robotics, all useful for legendary content. The skill figures on paper don't include the modifiers from the weapon chest or backpack. Not much to see on the offensive stats. Defensive, we show 20% armor on kill. The regen is 6.6%, but the memento 3% isn't showing on the stat board. We have 39% protection from elites. It's worth mentioning you will be more effective if you focus fire both skills and your weapons at the same target throughout your gameplay as much as you can. Because you are running Spotter, you need the enemy pulsed to get your max damage. Also, remember when you pick up a trophy, the short-term buff will give you 30% skill efficiency for 10 seconds on top of everything else you have on the build. So for that 10 seconds, you will have 60% skill efficiency. It's like putting your skills on a mini overcharge. And you can stack these short-term buffs too. This is why we want the armor on kill and high regen, so we can get out of cover to snag these trophies and turbocharge our arsenal. There's nothing better. Check out this unedited gameplay guide to solo Roosevelt Island Legendary Stronghold using this build.